I'm Shaggy too, though.
And I'm the other guy. And we want you to remember where to go for the greatest podcast right on Carnival Spirits. It's a YouTube channel, and you'll get right to it.
Hello, creeps. It's me, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. Sending a shout out to the BeastMaster and the Juggalo family at Spirits of the Dark Carnival. And you can find them dead or alive at Carnival Spirits. They're dying to see you there.
Shut up, Carnival Spirits.
Yo, it's your boy Trey Pound. Shout out to the fucking Carnival Spirits up in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Trey Pound in this bitch. Chop, 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 chop.
The gathering was peaceful, although one marcher did engage in some extremely ugly hate speech against the Bureau. But who can blame them?
What up, Juggalos? Grab my Fago and we'll get this show on the road.
Yeah, BeastMaster coming up next.
Honestly, this is crazy because I didn't know BeastMaster rapped like that. I thought it was dope, man. It kind of creates that immersive world, kind of like storytelling universe. It was dope. That's one of the ones you got to sit back and just absorb the message. It was dope. I loved it.
This is BeastMaster.
Carnival Spirits.
With your own eyes.
Son of a bitch. We got Carnival Spirits.
Carnival Spirits. Hey.
Off the grill.
Let's go.
You're watching Carnival Spirits.
Subscribe.
What the fuck is up, Carnival Spirits? We are back up in this piece in 2022, in full effect, in living color, in the flesh. And I've also got my fellow Juggalo Jedi Council member, the one and only Karma Millionaire, Don Chaos, on board as well. Unmute yourself, Chaos. And
There we go.
hey, what's up, brother?
Chilling, you.
Chilling as well, like a supervillain.
Nothing else better to be doing on a Friday.
Yeah, isn't this weird? Doing the BeastMaster show on a Friday night as opposed to Saturday afternoon, which has kind of been the time slot for I don't even know how many years.
Probably like maybe 5-6 years.
Yeah, because obviously before the BeastMaster show, there was just every Saturday afternoon. ESA, yeah, that's been going on for many years. Saturday afternoon has been the time and that bat channel and that bat place, you know. Anyways, we're live on Friday night. Why? Because Saturday afternoons no longer work for me.
And don't act like y'all in the chat. Don't act like you have anything else better to be doing on a Friday night.
Well, that's yet to be seen. You know, I made this decision kind of last minute, and you know, I've been MIA for you know, a good month, handling personal issues. You know, celebrating the holidays, traveling. You know, I've been busy, but I haven't been online as much. So there's a lot we need to catch up on. Hence the title. We're going to play catch up today. I don't have any splash screen for you yet, but I should make something for that. Yeah. So my point being is that, you know, it's good to be back. I couldn't do this on Saturday afternoon, and I didn't feel like pre-recording something and just playing it for y'all. I mean, you guys can rewatch this on Saturday afternoon if you like. It's going to be the same shenanigans. As a matter of fact, I'm treating it as if it is afternoon at this moment. I'm drinking coffee and I'm ready to go. So this is going to be a normal episode as it always has been, except it is Friday night. So maybe there is going to be a different vibe. I don't know.
So in a way, y'all, he's become a night owl again.
Yeah, and it's been a while, right? How many years now have I been kind of doing this morning routine?
Maybe like 5 years.
Yeah, maybe more than that, actually.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's been at least 5 years that I've been a morning person, which is strange because like the first 30 years of my life, I've been a night owl.
Right.
Just saying. And look at me. I'm not prepared at all today, by the way. I'm just going to put that out there right now. If you guys are expecting a bunch of graphics, yeah, I got none of that planned. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a sense of what's going on in the underground. This is one of our tasks today, Chaos, is we're gonna look back at the past month and see if we can't.
Yep, that's why you have me here.
Yeah, we're going to review some things that have gone down, and it's going to be news to me. So we're going to look at Fago Lovers. We're going to look at the Carnival Spirits subscription feed to see what kind of videos that I've missed. What else are we going to do? We're going to listen to some new music. We also have, as always, a mystery special guest, 2 of them showing up, maybe 2 of them, 1 or 2. We'll see. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. For those of you that stick around, I thank you, and I also welcome contribution from the Peanut Gallery. Those at home watching, if you guys, if something was released, new music, videos, albums, singles, anything that's come out basically since December. Like, I mean, since our 10-year anniversary last month, which, by the way, was epic as fuck.
It was.
Let's just pause and reflect on how dope that was to celebrate Carnival Spirit's 10-year anniversary. We put a lot of time and effort into cobbling together, sort of a celebratory thing, but it didn't even come out the way that we intended it. Like, we actually planned way more stuff that we didn't even do yet.
And it still turned out fresh.
So what I decided was, instead of trying to cram everything into one video, we're going to parse it out and drop nuggets of freshness periodically throughout the year. It's, I mean, kind of like how ICP celebrates, 30 years of insanity, but they did it all year long. Like, that's like celebrating your birthday for a fucking year.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? Because I was born, so let's party until the next milestone.
Yep.
All right, so that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, I'm wicked unprepared. I don't know what's been going on. Seriously, I didn't have time to do my homework, and I haven't even had a chance to listen to new music that's come out roughly in this past month. Maybe last week I did, and today I listened to a few new songs. But yeah, that's what I'm most looking forward to is the music that I've been sleeping on. So we'll get to that a little later on, I guess. It's you know what? Facebook users are anonymous on the thing here, but Chaos,
which is weird because normally they're not on my end. That's weird.
Oh, I know why it is. It's because they're probably commenting from the BeastMaster Facebook group, which is a private group. So that means
makes sense.
They're not getting their name on the screen. But I see you, whoever you are. It's all good. Chaos, you've been doing the Hours of Chaos pretty consistently, even during the holidays, which props to you for that. I've been just a little abnormally busy because I traveled for the holidays. So I was gone for a whole week. And then when I came back, I had a little bit of time, but I got a new job and a new work schedule, and so now I'm actually doing graveyard shifts, which, once I got the ball rolling, and I'm completely adjusted to the nightlife, as they say, as I sip my coffee.
More like readjusted, but yeah.
Yeah, sip my coffee after midnight. It's Gremlin Gang, I guess, like just Feed me, Seymour. You know, it's great. You know, I mean, seriously, I'm having lunch at like 4 in the morning. I don't know. It's like coal miner, or who else works night shifts? You know, airport teletraffic. You know, the guys with those with the lightsabers outside.
Yeah, security guards.
Oh, here we go. Do it yourself ninja. That's what's up. Happy New Year. I hope everybody sticks to their resolutions this year.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you set some goals for yourself, I'm rooting for you to achieve them. That goes to everybody watching. You know, everybody out there has got goals that they're trying to hit, maybe. Even trying to avoid doing things is actually a feat, you know? Like trying to swerve jackasses and avoid fucking mindless, stupid conflicts. And it's so easy. I actually found that the key to happiness. It's called minding your own business.
It's true.
No, but I've been having a blast because I was invited to get on a track. Okay, and you know, I've already said to you guys that I'm working on that sophomore album right now. Giddy up. But I have laid down some vocals in my new studio space, you know, which is it's awesome. It's really soundproof, like the Emperor's Chamber would be. And so, you know, just there's no better way than to just jump right back into it, you know. So I submitted this verse, this track was made, and it was already released. So we're going to listen to it tonight. And yeah, I'm excited. I have new music. BeastMasteR dropped a track. It's obviously a collab, so I'm keeping that on the DL right now in case you already know, because it is out there. It's searchable. In fact, you might have even seen me promote it, but you know, for the sake of you know, anyone who's just hearing about it here, we are gonna, like, you know, unofficially debut this track on the BeastMasteR show today. So I'm excited about that. You better believe my grill will be in when we get to that segment of the show. And yeah, I forgot to put my grill in. It's because I'm drinking coffee. I'm not sure if rose gold and
no
and coffee mix.
It will leave a bad taste in your mouth. Trust me.
Right.
Speaking of that, what's that dopeness that you're wearing?
Oh, what's that?
What is that dopeness that you're wearing?
This dopeness? You mean the shirt I'm wearing?
Yes, sir.
My drip. This right here is a Mikey Bone Road designed logo for our homie Rome Bone over at Beneath the Dirt. Check it out.
Yes, so go get yourselves one. I'm definitely gonna get myself one.
Yo, this shit is so fresh. He did a sale over the holidays. It was like $17, so I had to do it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, I was gonna do it anyways, but I appreciate that little you know, discount. I'm sure he sold a bunch of them. You know, they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, they are.
You know, shout out Mikey Rome Bone. Bone Road, Rome Bone and Bone Road. Oh my goodness, I just fucking jumbled their names up like a Rubik's cube. What's this here? Did I miss some of these? Some threads. Getting some threads.
Oh, I think I know who that is now.
I'm digging the chapter 17 swag. You got that bucket hat. You got that charm.
Yeah.
Is the I can't see because of your name tag. Okay, there you go. See, when chaos comes to hang, like, he comes fucking completely head to toe synchronized in drip.
I mean, come on, don't I look like an 80s style unofficial member of the Beastie Boys?
Something like that, yeah.
Like in my old breakdancing days.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you just kidding, or are you being for real?
I mean, I could do some moves still, but some of the other ones that require a lot of work, if I were to try to do them, I'd probably break my neck now doing it.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. But I'm just asking for real. Like, did you try to bust a move when you were young? Was young Don Chaos trying to fucking breakdance on?
I mean, I used to do some of the typical moves, like, you know, the robot potlucking.
Be like, yo, what's up? I'm D-Lyrical. And I'm not even kidding. Like, I would love to have a dance off with him or anybody, but you got to give me time to train first. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like Dirty Dancing. I need my Patrick Swayze time. I need some training, and then I will fucking bring it. Like,
that's one of my favorite things that I was able to record at Super Gathering was when D-Lyrical was like dancing during his performance.
Oh, I love it. It's the best. I need to take lessons.
Yep.
I have some friends who know how to dance, but it's one thing to know how to dance. It's another to know how to teach. And I guess you got to be open to learning. And, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that my TikTok blows up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you've watched me dance. Look what I did at the Gathering last year, how hype I was the last night during ICP set.
Yeah, no doubt. You're looking like you're having a seizure. I mean, just like everyone else. It's fucking overstimulation, you know?
Yep. But then, of course, every now and then you do have to stop and catch your breath, and you're like, okay, now I'm ready again.
Yep, absolutely. Well, you know, especially when you're going hard day after day, as we do up in this piece. Yeah, it's good times. You know, I would like to reflect more on the year. Like, I didn't really do a very good job of recapping, you know, 2021 back when that was like on the title of the video, because I mean, it's like if you want to recap 2021, there's 44 episodes of the BeastMaster show where I basically, you know, it's like a living diary of the fucking year.
Yep, pretty much. It was a roller coaster ride up.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm really feeling like recapping it, but you know, going back and looking at those episodes, I sure am proud of just, you know, the guests that were willing to come and join me each week. It's fucking awesome.
Same here. I was looking back on some of the guests I have, and I almost forgot that I had certain guests on there. Like, everyone was talking about my Rude Boy interview. I'm like, that was dope. But then if you guys look back, I even had the legendary Flatliners on.
I know, I forget as well. You actually have a lot of episodes under your belt. What anniversary are you coming up on this spring?
Well, this spring is going to be the 5th anniversary
of your podcast.
Yes, and then coming up very soon is going to be the 200th episode.
Right on. That's what's up. Yeah, you know, numbering these streams is fun. Keeping track of them is fun. I remember helping you renumber your Hours of Chaos episodes. They were a little jumbled up.
I'm glad I have it in a playlist now to where it's more organized.
No, we organized it though. We got it all in order, you know. All right, we got a long comment here. You want to read that?
It says, my guy Rain and Provost are doing a track soon named Choked It, dropping soon, but he has released an album called All Because I Couldn't Sleep, the delayed because he needed more time to work on it. Gotcha.
That is the story of my life. Delayed because I need more time to work on it. And I tell you, the fact that I actually dropped a song in January of 2022 is fucking remarkable, because the last time I dropped a song, it was Halloween of 2020. Yep. And so it's like what, a year and a month between
and that
songs?
Last track was a collab too.
Yeah, well, anyway, that's why this is like a joke, because my point is that it took me about a year and a month to drop another song, and they're not even my songs. I didn't drop them. I'm just featured. But that's what's so awesome about it, because these guys invited me to be on a track, and I thought it came out really good. So I can't wait to promote them and promote this song and share it with all you guys. You know, you guys got to check it out at least once, and you know, give me a pass or fail. You got to run it up.
Yeah.
We run those numbers up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
like put your Spotify on mute and play it on repeat while you sleep for me, fam. I'm just kidding. But you know, that's the hustle out there. We're trying to promote this single, you know, and the song is fantastic. And just the fact that I had an opportunity to record, you know, kind of shake the cobwebs off, and I'm just getting settled in my new Death Star. So, you
And
know,
I'm glad I got to introduce you more to these guys. And I'm like, bro, check these dudes out. I think you guys would mash well together.
no doubt, no doubt. And again, if you don't know who it is, I'm not saying yet.
Neither am I.
Yeah, we're just, but you know, it's exciting. And anyway, my point is these guys drop the track super fast. You know, they're super fast. They work really well. You know, great to collaborate with. So you know, it's a bit of a motivator for me. You know, like now I got a fire under my ass. Like see how quickly can I drop the next song? Because a year and a month, as long as that's actually fast for me. Because before that, it was like 8 years, or you know what I mean? Like we're coming up in September this year is the 10-year anniversary of Rhinoglyphics. So that being said, let's see if my sophomore album can come out before September, right? That's my challenge. That's my goal. That's my New Year's resolution. And I think that is well achievable. In realisticness, like if I wanted to, I could drop my album in the spring and then have a whole nother album come out by September. Like that's how many bars your boy has. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm ready to record.
Hell, he could even drop something at the gathering exclusively for y'all.
Maybe. Yeah. Exclusives. I don't know. Everything I do is exclusive, you know, because you know, it's like when there's a misprint. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then you know, everyone's like, oh, that's going to be worth so much because it's going to be rare. Like that's my music is just like that. It's like a misprint.
Yeah. It's like those Yum Yums Lore EPs. They're going to be worth it because they're a misprint.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm thinking more like those. Remember that Ouija shirt? That said,
yeah, those are going to be worth something.
Remember the time that like exclusive drop?
Yeah, I said Wooja.
Wooja. And so, you know, there's two frame of minds there. One is like, oh, fuck, they fucked it up. It sucks. And the other is, oh, this is great because it's a misprint and it's fucked up. And so therefore it is rare and unique and more expensive. Well, that's how I feel about my music. It's like completely a fuck up and rare and unique and way more expensive.
Yep. Well, it looks like Hip Hop Head's got you covered on something.
I got you. You want to hit up Rain for a track? I'm interested. I'm actually open to collab. For real. I mean, I've got a line, a list of people that I've already talked to, you know, and we'll see how fast I can work. Again, a year and a month is how long it took for this new track to come out. And let me tell you, it tried to come out earlier. I mean, what I'm saying is I was invited to be on a track last year, and I'm just going to admit it. I never made it happen, and it's all because of the gathering. Okay, it's like preparing for, and then going to, and then recovering from the gathering. Prevented me from getting on a track.
Well, and if anyone's ever been to the gathering, they know you need a little bit to recover from that shit.
It was just bad timing. Okay. Because at that time I was preoccupied with Juggalo things, and then I was invited to be on another track, but I was in the middle of moving, and now that I've settled, I had time to fulfill my obligation, my agreement to spit some bars, some hot flames.
As the term I says, the stars are aligned basically right now.
Well, there's certainly...
Or in your case, your Death Star's aligned.
You can say that again. Yeah, everyone out there who's working, I mean, my friends in music, I'm down to collab with y'all. I've been pretty transparent about that, and I've actually, agreed to do songs with some of my friends here. And it's like neither one of us has made music since we, made that pact. So maybe I can inspire a few of my homies to pick up the pen, and give it a shot. It's like underground. It's like I'm imagining in my head like a South Park underground hip hop camp, where everyone just kind of shuffles in, like, and instead of being taught how to like make campfires and sew patches, it's all underground hip hop lessons. Like they teach you how to hold the microphone over here, and over here they teach you how to not have a meltdown and a tantrum if someone throws your flyer on the ground. But you still got to walk on like a flagpole or something to I don't know. I'm just excited about fucking with music again. So, if you guys are out there and someone wants to collab, hit me up. We'll see if we can make it happen. I'm down. We got here. Black Book, Evil's on his way. That's what's up. Face of Death. All right. So, Chaos. Since the 10-year anniversary, okay, which was before Christmas.
Yeah.
What do you have any standout music that's come out at all? I mean, I'm about to do a little deep dive here and just and see what the headlines say, because I'm assuming that if it was released, it would be announced.
Well, just today, Donnie Menace of LSP just like dropped like a new video for Slash Atcha and stuff, which was just released today. It like premiered like the music video.
That's what I'm talking about.
And if anyone's heard Donnie Menace, that dude's got bars. Holy shit.
Yep. What just came on my shuffle is that track with DJ Chunk, the Cut 'Em Up track.
Good track.
With Donnie Menace, yeah. Cut 'em up, cut 'em up. Yeah, that I was just listening to that early, like last night, earlier today. I forget.
Yeah, Donnie Menace. I guess he's from Vegas too, like Ouija.
That's what's up. All right, I'm going back a few pages on the Fago Lovers announcements. I'm trying to find December 6th.
Of course, we had some stale news that dropped like right before New Year's. We lost a member of Project Born.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I've it's not like I missed that, but I definitely was sad to hear that news.
Yeah.
Do we know what happened to him?
I guess they said he like passed away like in his sleep, so apparently he went peacefully.
Well, that's good. Yeah, Project Born, they've had a big year. They released their book. They had that dope EP that dropped on Halloween that featured Lakeland Lunacy's artwork.
Yep, they got to play the New Year's show that ICP did.
Can you tell me more about that? Because obviously I wasn't there, and if there is anything to be said about it, I would love to hear. I mean, I know it happens, and I know a lot of my friends were there, but I'll tell you my New Year's Eve. I'll tell you my New Year's story later. But ICP did their first New Year's Eve show since I don't know, like 10 years ago when they did it in Boston. I mean, they did it in Worcester. I was there.
Which I think everyone's been saying for years they need to do annual New Year shows again.
So yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying how Project Born, a lot of people don't know, they're synonymous. They were the first act to actually sign the Psychopathic way back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, besides ICP, then there was ICP, and then you had Project Born.
Really? I'm just kidding.
Rude Boy released a book, which I've been reading, which is such a good read.
Yep. And so, yeah, the Project Born book and the Rude Boy book, both written by the same author, Kid Vicious. Rocks TV, shout out to all of those dudes. So, but yeah, that's definitely something that happened recently. I think I had already purchased those books in November, and I was showing them off before we hit that 10-year anniversary. So, but yeah, that's definitely. Hey, Dan hasn't seen you in forever. Whoop whoop.
What up? I guess another thing that's music news related. I mean, it's not out yet, but apparently Light is back and he's actually releasing an album.
Yes. The return of Light with not photosynthesis, metamorphosis.
Which I actually like that title better than Broke But Still Shining.
Okay, well, think about it. Broke But Still Shining on Psychopathic Records.
Mm-hmm.
That made sense. But I never really liked that title. I really didn't. I mean, honestly, like I'm just saying, like when you're dropping your debut album on Psychopathic Records and you call it Broke But Still Shining, it just kind of it flies in the face of this idea that you're trying to make a living doing hip hop, but I mean, I understand it. And to me, that makes more sense to be like a free mixtape that you put out before you get signed to Psychopathic. And it's like, and then you get signed to Psychopathic, and you're broke, but also shining. So I guess,
and then you like take a year or so off from like music and social media, and then you come back with the title Metamorphosis. It makes more sense.
Yeah, Metamorphosis, is that it? No.
Yeah, actually, I'm not usually one for titles, but it definitely has a good ring to it.
You know what I think of when I hear Metamorphosis? I think of Tommy Lee, 1999, Methods of Mayhem. He had a song called Metamorphosis, and it was like my favorite track on that album. And I fuck with that album. But that was the best one.
And I'm excited for that because, Light's going to be doing his thing with Monstar Entertainment.
But yeah, for real, it's awesome that Light is finally dropping an album. I wonder if it's like the same songs that was going to be on that Broke But Also Shining.
Yeah, I know, like, Fago Lovers posted it, like, with the track listing.
Okay, but so I haven't seen that. But what I'm saying is, do you remember a while ago there was like a listening party for that album that never came out?
Yeah, and then there was and then there was like premature pre-orders for the album.
Okay, so I don't remember that, but I remember seeing a flyer for a listening party. So that means there's ninjas out there that heard this album. So that means when the new album drops, there's people out there that can confirm whether these songs on the new album are the same, different, some, redone. I mean, I'm talking, is this like Gang Rags, where there's like 4 different versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
and two of them are completely different songs from the other 2.
Yep, there's the Gang Rags that came out on Psychopathic, then there's Gang Rags Reborn, and then there was the extended uncut.
Right, but even that first one that came out on Psychopathic, there was different versions of that because remember J10 was kicked off.
Mm-hmm.
So there's versions with him and without him. And then there's Gang Rags. And of course, Gang Rags had like all the different color bandanas. And were there different songs on each version of the album? I can't remember.
No, as far as I remember, like
the music
the extended and uncut were different. Originally, the extended and uncut was originally supposed to be the album Last House on Dead Street.
Oh, see, that's right. It had a different name and everything. That's why I was just thinking of that.
And I was just like funny because I was just listening to like Kept Grinding today, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that was originally what Gang Rags was going to be called, Last House on Dead Street.
Mm-hmm. This is when we need Cali Green Too Fresh and his encyclopedia brain of all this shit, because I've forgotten a lot of things over the years. But that does ring true. So Light has the new album coming out. I'm with it. I'm excited for that. I can't wait for it, actually.
Another dope artist that I know you really enjoy is dropping an album at the end of the month. King ISO is dropping an album.
King ISO is dropping an album at the end of the month. That's what's up. All right, so I've gone back to December 16th. That is straight up like almost a month. Let me go back one more page. Let me go back a full month, because what's the date today?
It's the 14th.
Oh, the 14th. All right. See what was posted on December 14th. All right. This is good, because now I've gone beyond that, and I see promo for the United States of Insanity. So that's great, because last month that was some fucking new shit. That was news last month.
Yeah.
The United States of Insanity, the documentary, the movie that was in theaters that features ICP and juggalos from the whole community, people that were at the march. Some of my footage from the Juggalo March, ICP performing on stage in front of the Lincoln Memorial, was used in this movie. The director asked me if he could use them, and I submitted them. And it's a part of a whole, the whole segment where they're showing ICP perform on stage. There's certain clips that come from my camera, from my GoPro.
Oh yeah.
But it's very artfully, edited with other people's footage, so you only see it for like a couple of seconds, and then it goes to someone else's viewpoint. And but
so it's like a collage almost.
Yeah, it's this whole montage of the performances. So I'm really proud to have contributed to that effort, and to actually see my name in the credits. Points to anybody watching if you actually see my name in the credits, because it's my real name and it's not BeastMaster. So and I screwed up, because I really should have given them way more information. I could have told them Carnival Spirits. I could have told them BeastMaster, aka whatever. I just gave my name, and so my name is in the credits. Everyone else has like their fucking websites in the credits and shit. So should have dropped my Spotify and my SoundCloud. Yeah, so the United States of Insanity is available for purchase, for stream, for download. Right? I don't have a DVD yet. I don't know if anyone has a DVD out there. I want one, because
I'm gonna probably order one too.
I want one for my collection, yo. But I own it digitally, and I did see it in the theaters.
Same.
I saw it in the theaters when it came out on its debut, on its opening night. And as soon as it was available for download, I downloaded it. And then a couple BeastMaster show episodes ago, I told you guys about this movie I stumbled upon, and stars David Cross, one of my favorite comedians. But it's more like a serious role where he's still using comedy, but it's like a survivor movie of going in the wilderness and fighting off like Bigfoot and shit, and bears and shit, but he's still funny. And anyways, he meets a juggalo in the beginning of the movie. This chick has a hatchet man on her arm, and she just kind of bewildered by him, and they have this conversation, and they talk about butterflies, and it's like very suspicious. And
it's like an undercover juggalo movie.
Well, no, here's what I come to find. The director of this movie, The Dark Divide, is the same director as the United States of Insanity. Oh, he purposefully put a juggalo character in his other movie. He's the shit.
And for all we know, he could probably be a juggalo.
Well, he made a fucking documentary about the fucking, the FBI and the juggalos and the gang list, and shit, man. He put a lot of work into that. I think anybody out here especially content providers, anyone who's streaming, anyone who makes videos, anyone who makes these documentaries every time they go to the gathering and they're editing footage. You know how much time that takes, and the dedication that it takes to actually put out a good video.
It does take time. I know
high
how it is.
resolution video, good audio. Y'all don't have any idea how many times video is spliced from the audio, and then the video is edited and the audio is then put on top, and there's all sorts of tricks. This is all post-production. This guy fucking made a movie and it's really good. So I give him props, because it's like his first fucking movie, and then his second movie stars David Cross, and it's like really good. It's a good movie. It also has that comedian from Anchorman.
Yeah.
The one who with the cowboy hat. Yeah. He's got a small role in there that's kind of funny. You guys got to check that out. Anyway, I'm just reflecting on.
Speaking of comedians, rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Another one. Yeah, I know. I don't want to just start spewing out all the people that we've lost, because there's too many.
Yeah.
There's so many. But yeah, Bob Saget, one of the greats. I grew up with America's Funniest Home Videos. America's Funniest Videos. Look, that show was a staple in my house. Like the whole family watched it. Everybody.
Same. It was that, and then it was America's. Not obviously that. It was that, and then of course Full House.
Yep, and then Full House. I mean, look, Full House wasn't my favorite, but undeniably it was watched.
Oh yeah, or if anyone ever watched his stand-up comedy.
Yeah, no, I am the perfect age where I totally grew up watching Full House, but my tastes developed, and I was drawn to different. You think back and you're like, yeah, I used to watch all this stuff, but then there's shows that you kind of, you think, yeah, this was my favorite. Full House was nice, There's so many sitcoms. I watched them all. I really did. I pretty much would watch anything.
You ever watched the parody that he did called Farce of the Penguins?
I don't believe I've seen that.
It's literally a parody of March of the Penguins. It has him doing the voicing over a penguin, and it has the main actor from King of Queens in it, and then it's narrated by Samuel Jackson. So just imagine that kind of humor.
I can.
Especially with Samuel Jackson narrating the movie. Oh my God.
Right. Yo, I gotta say, what up? Shout out to Hatchet Rob. Late night dabbing it up. That's what's up.
Oh yeah.
I'm out of coffee, but that's all right because I got some water. So let me scroll past all the Christmas shit because we don't need to go back that far.
Yep.
Let's see.
I got my copy of Piecemeal, the reissue.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Mean this right here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And he just said on him and Devereaux's podcast that his actual album, Gully, should be coming out very soon.
Right on. And you all know that shameless plug, Carnival Spirits gets shout out in the liner notes in the thank you section.
So dope.
That's fucking awesome. That is a first for Carnival Spirits. I have been thanked in a few liner notes back in the day from friends that made, albums, and I've been thanked and I've been credited for my studio because when I lived in Framingham, my spare bedroom was a recording studio that much music was made, and some of these albums, like I'm not on them, but tracks were recorded in my studio, so I got credited in liner notes, for a few of these joints. But yo, this is awesome for Carnival Spirits to get to make it inside of the thank you of a fucking artist is too kind, sir. Like,
yes, and it's a very dope album, so pick it up, y'all.
Hell yeah. Oh shit! There I am dropping my CDs. Sorry about that. All right. What do I even have right here? Let me plug one more. Let me plug one more group because I got their album right here. It's the Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Hell yeah, that's dope artwork.
These guys were opened up for Knothead the night that I was invited up to Washington to perform last month, which was cool to be able to perform a show and record a track all within a month's time since I've relocated. But yeah, these guys are dope. I actually bought a copy of their album, and then later on in the night, they gave me a free copy. So I actually have 2 copies somewhere.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the Unforgiven. Check these guys out. Here's the track list on the back, and they get a track featuring Young Strife.
Nice.
See that right here. As you might know, remember, Young Strife was on the BeastMaster show just a short, 3 episodes ago, or 2 or 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot too. He's been doing video editing for a lot of people. He's working apparently on his official debut album.
That's right. And I'm following him, so I've seen his merch game. He's
got his own website going.
Hell yeah. I've got my Yum Yum Bedlam and my Walking Home CD here, and I've also got my J Bazaar Undead Halloween EP that I purchased.
Yeah.
These are just like the most recent CDs I've acquired, really, in the past month. The rest of my collection is not available at the moment, so I've got some plans to to showcase some things, but that's further down the line this year. You're doing the Hours of Chaos pretty regularly every week still. I don't intend on doing the BeastMaster show weekly this year. If anything, it's probably just going to be a monthly show now. So this is the January episode.
Yep.
And you probably won't see me again until mid-February. And but that doesn't mean there won't be an episode earlier than that. I'm just not planning on it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Let's see. Everyone's dropping music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Rain. Loud warnings.
Yeah, we could definitely do that maybe somewhere down the line.
That's what's up. How do I do this? All right. Yeah. I'm just looking at this list of stuff. All right, so this goes back 1 month. Okay.
Oh yeah.
This is news a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Gibby Stites no longer with Magic Ninja Entertainment.
Which everyone misconstrued that. Apparently he was only on there just for a certain limited for a contract, so just his contract expired.
Yeah. It always feels like when everyone gets a contract, no one knows the terms of the contract. I mean, it's not like they lead with that information. If anything, they just start repping the label, and that there's a contract, but you don't talk about that, But then when someone leaves a label, everyone wants to talk about the contract.
I guess so.
I'm just saying, why don't we talk about the contract first? Right? Seriously, all this talk about Light, leaving or disappearing or coming back, when he started and Ouija Max started, no one knew. I mean, if anything, I think we all know now how that happens. It's kind of
He basically did what you did. He took a break from music for a while,
and he came back. That's the important part, because it doesn't matter how long it takes you.
Exactly.
As long as you don't give
Sometimes
up.
shit happens you can't control.
Dude, you know how happy I am for Light for not giving up? I mean, he could have easily just not come back. We were
Exactly,
all
but he went and got his shit together.
Hey, I'm inspired by that, and quite honestly, I'm trying to pull the same maneuver. You know, it's been 10 years since I dropped an album. I'm trying to come back, and so if Light can do it, you know, maybe I can too. All right, BeastMaster is literally afraid of YouTube. Adults have time for what they want to do. Oh, damn. I'm afraid.
Okay, then.
What up, Spooky Tuesday? Adults have time for what they want to do. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's not wrong. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. I'm only doing one stream per month this year because I don't want to do more than that. And the only way I'll do more than that is if guests really need to be seen, you know, before the middle of the month. You know, I might oblige and do an episode if someone's trying to promote something. Like I make a special case. Maybe I'll end up doing 2 shows a month. I don't know.
Yep, right now he's just doing stuff off the top of his head, y'all.
Well, what I'm doing is I'm working a graveyard shift now. So Saturday afternoons are out. You know, that's what it is. Saturday afternoons is no longer my time convenient to do anything, and it hasn't been that way for years. You know.
Yeah, and I think late times are a good time too because a lot more people are active in the late wee hours of the night.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I've been excluded from all the after dark activities. I'm never around to watch anyone's streams at night. You know, that might change. You know, if there are other streams happening late night like this, I might be able to check them out. But in the afternoon, I'll probably be sleeping because I just find that, you know, as long as I get sleep, I'm able to do whatever I need to do. It doesn't matter what time it is, as long as you're well rested. You know, in space, you know, it's just pitch black, you know, 24/7, all day long, all night long. So I understand why people go stir crazy.
Yeah, he has to meditate, y'all.
Okay, he's clarifying. Require a guest to create content. You will only do a stream for a guest. For the BeastMaster show, yeah. Yeah, because that's the formula, to have a special guest. I enjoy doing that. And really, the original plan was to stop doing the BeastMaster show altogether at the end of 2021. So the fact that I'm still doing it is just because people want to be guests on the show still, and I would like to oblige because it's fun, and I would like to promote
like me. I've been getting messages of people who want to be on my show too.
Yeah, well, you know, some of the people that have hit me up asking to be on the show, I don't want to be a dick, but if they really want to get on Carnival Spirits, I'm passing them off to you, man. You can do the interview, but I really only want to do 1 show a month. Because I got all these other fucking plans. I'm trying to achieve some things, and you know, I want to untether myself from the weekly live stream because now my weekends might be spent doing some other things, and that doesn't mean I won't stream them. But yeah, if I do some other kind of stream, doesn't require a guest, maybe you'll see more of me, just less guests. You know what I mean?
Yep, it just usually depends.
It would be fun to, I mean, I'm always down to hang out, but I feel like I don't have time to hang out. I certainly didn't last month. I have a lot of fun doing this shit, and it feels like Saturday afternoons has just been like the only time, you know? Like anytime I wanted to talk about something, anytime I had an idea, I usually just procrastinated and pushed it off and then did it on Saturday. instead of like being spontaneous and doing a stream on a Wednesday or whatever. I just seriously, for the past few years, I've been holding myself to just Saturdays, and maybe I won't do that, you know. So maybe if I have some shit I need to talk about, maybe I'll go live at other times. But when it comes to having a guest, like I don't want to do that weekly. I'd rather do that monthly, you know, slow it down. And I'm sure I'm not going to run out of guests, but if I only do 12 this year, you know, did like 40 last year. But I didn't get to everybody. You know, I promised a few people I'd have them on, and then I skipped a bunch of weeks. So I feel bad, and I would like to make it up to them, and we'll do these episodes, you know?
Exactly. I kind of like had the opposite, where I was going to have a guest on, and then they couldn't come on because they had some personal stuff like probably happened, which I'm always understanding with that because you can't control that shit.
Nah. And no hard feelings. I don't give a shit. I seriously am making this up as I go. You know,
it's pretty much what I do. I just play my cards right. That's how I've always been.
You know, if you guys have followed me in the past decade, I've taken long hiatuses. You know, there were times when I was going through shit. I had to take a break. I'm not interested in taking a break. I was actually planning on just taking a break, but this shit is too fun. And but I don't want to put as much time into it as I have been last year. Last year I went hard every fucking weekend, all year long. Mission accomplished. All right. So now I'm going to take a break, and I feel like doing one show a month is a good compromise.
Well, isn't that what Joe Rogan usually used to do with his podcast? Is he would do it maybe once a month?
Joe Rogan?
I mean, there's a lot of like known famous podcasters and streamers that sometimes will only stream once a month.
I kind of stopped listening to him when he moved to Spotify. And shit, I mean, I see his name coming up because he's getting in trouble because he's talking ignorantly about the virus or something. And I don't know, everyone's getting mad at Joe Rogan because he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's spreading misinformation, or maybe he's speaking the truth and he's woke as fuck. I don't know, but people are mad at Joe Rogan right now.
That's news to me.
Maybe I'm looking at specific articles that are targeting and trolling Joe Rogan, or maybe he is a dumbass. I don't know. All right. I'm sleeping on the chat again. I get what you're saying. You totally understand. No trolling. What happened on Tales today? It's private now. Oh shit. Tales from the Lotus podcast making their videos private. I don't know. But shout out to Scottish Misfit. Shout out to Warlockside. I don't know. Shout out to the Juggernaut. Shout out to Juggalos Coast to Coast. Shout out to all Juggalos. You know what I'm looking forward to, man, so much? Is the music video for Queens.
Me too. Right? That's news to talk about too.
Yeah. So ICP puts out a call to submit pictures of all the ladies, of all the Juggalos, the females, and so this is going to be. I mean, kind of think about like For the People, right?
Pretty much.
Well, we'll see what this is going to look like. Probably, with that wretched aesthetic. I mean, it's going to be dope. I can't wait to see all the familiar faces.
Well, and all those 3 tracks so far have different vibes to it. Like you go from Wretched, then to Clown Dripping, now to this.
Clown Drip. Yo, that video. Have we even talked about that?
Oh, but we should.
Man, that video. When that video came out, I watched it on my big screen TV. Like I pulled up YouTube on the big screen TV, and I sat there and I watched it a couple of times. And yeah, and then later on social media, my feed was just full of screenshots from this music video. Oh man, I see. If I was on my game, I would have the visuals for you, but I don't. So I apologize for that. So the screenshot that I'm thinking of is the part of the song where they say "fake juggahoes that front for a living," and the backdrop of the screen is little twisted images.
Yeah, it's like from all their like eras.
Well, it's only two. It's from two eras. It's from Most Tasteless and Freak Show, and then it's just repeated pattern like Christmas wrapping paper, and it's also blurry. So they blurred it out a little bit, and
they like post like these like nerdy like dudes, and it's like, oh, I wonder who they're talking about.
Yeah, well, you know, they kind of what that spoke to me was like the Poindexter, you know, like trying to front, like, oh, I'm cool, like basically a cop, you know.
It was.
So yeah, and then so fake juggahoes that front for a living with that subliminal diss in the background, with that also, you know, real visual joke. I fucking love it. It's so
and that's
fun.
one th'ing I'm liking, like with their videos when they're adding subliminal stuff. Like there was a lot, like besides the verses, if you go back and watch the 6 foot, 7 foot video, there was even subliminal visuals in there. Like I forgot. I went back when I watched the video and I watched when they like post the picture like of the M&E headquarters, and then when you look at the sign, it says "Will March for Cash." I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. Damn.
Oh man, Jug a Little Lotus sent pics in. That would be awesome. You know, yeah, I just can't wait to see that music video. That song, if you guys remember back when I first talked about this album, straight up after listening to this album and really checking it out and giving it a good listen, the very first song that I got stuck in my head was Queens, the chorus of Queens. I woke up one morning and singing that, and I knew that this was, you know, these earworm tracks like ICP, It Did It Again, you know, like even the songs that sounded a little strange to me at first, I grew to really fucking be obsessed about. So I'm not going to go back into that, except we should. I mean, why not? I tell you right now, Yum Yum Bedlam is fucking banger after banger. And I swear the second half of the album is better than the first for me. So, and I dig the first half of the album, but you know, what is it, like The Drunk and the Addict? And then everything after that, it just keeps getting better and better and better. And I fucking, you know, and then you put it on repeat, and the first track feels like a final track anyway. So you don't know when it's starting or finishing. It's just,
I mean, it does live up to, like I've been saying, I'm going to keep saying until the cows come home. It lives up to the name Bedlam, a state of uproar and confusion.
Yeah. So that Queens video, that'll be what, the third video from the album. First we had Wretched, then we had Clown Drippin', then we have Queens.
I mean, I'll be happy with any track that becomes a video, but I really want to see a video for Ain't No Time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that song's pretty serious, powerful. It's kind of like that Hater to Death video. The ICP have shown us that they're not afraid to make a video for any type of song. They made a video for the Christina Aguilera cover.
Yep.
They made a video for the Krayshawn song.
Right.
I mean, look back at Bang Pow Boom. They made a video for Fonz Ponds.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and then back in Jekyll Brothers, they did a video for Another Love Song, which had that same vibe.
Hey, and back then, Jay was like, you know, bracing us for the singing in that song, like, you know, warning us all, like, hey guys, just let you know, there's going to be singing on this Joker's card in this song, and you know, maybe we did a little singing back with, but yeah, it's like they were like weaning us into different genres, You know, once he dabbled his toe with singing in another love song, you know, then you know now he's you know, children crossing the bridge. What kind of choice could they get? He's just singing his heart out, you know.
Or when he's even singing in Falling Apart.
Yeah. So all these years later, it's kind of we just come to expect it, you know.
Exactly. And if anyone is surprised by it, we don't know where y'all been all this
We're
time.
not surprised by it. It's not surprising at all. It's if anything, it's people come to expect it, you know. It's pretty rad. Look, all my favorite bands, going back to childhood, they all fucking sing their own choruses and harmonize on the, you know, Def Leppard, their fucking angel voices. Come on. That's why we need Legs Diamonds. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why we really appreciate the Legs Diamonds of the world. You know, shout out to him. Maybe he'll come back again for the. Can you believe that? Next is the 2nd, 6th.
Yep, and that will it won't be the 17th Joker's card, but it will be their 17th overall album.
Wait. Say that again.
Like, you know how they're doing 665 and how that equals 17, but when they release this 6, that's going to be like their overall 17th studio album.
Including all their other releases, yeah.
Yep.
It's hard
when you add studio album wise.
So you're adding The Tempest.
Yeah, full length album wise.
All right.
But obviously, we know they've released so many.
It's really hard to know how to quantify albums and releases because they've released so much more than just albums now. I feel like the DJ Clay Let 'Em Bleed mixtape era, you know, even that was on the back of you know, the Psychopathics from Outer Space or the Forgotten Freshnesses. Are those considered albums?
Yep, because those were compilation albums basically, because you would get exclusive songs for those, which was dope.
Right. So they are, but yeah, so that always just guaranteed that all these singles and internet drop, you know, all these holiday tracks, and they all kind of got cobbled together and were usually put on a Forgotten Freshness, which I feel like we're due for another one of those, don't you?
Which, remember, they did that in 2017. They were just releasing single after single with visuals and videos.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's a year that a lot of the music was consumed with visuals, which I appreciate. I think the first time they ever dropped a track with visuals was Evil is Afraid, because I don't think Evil is Afraid was released as a single. I think it just came out as a YouTube video at first.
Yeah, I believe so
you know,
too.
Same thing with some of those ciphers and stuff. They were all, you know, some of them they debuted on YouTube, so you couldn't get them. You couldn't get them until later. Then they put them on that 17 Diamond Shining fucking compilation.
Yeah, and they made that into a compilation album.
That has the ciphers on them, and you know, yeah, Ouija's debut. There's some light up in that piece. But that's going way back, man. We got to reel this back a little bit. We're talking about December. Let's see. What else can I find in December? I don't know. Don't need to cover everything, but there's got to be a few things that jump off.
Whatever grabs your attention, basically.
All right. Let's see. All right. Let's talk about this really quickly, because a month ago, you know, we were anticipating Esham's new album. So now a month later, has PSYOPs made the impact that Esham thought it would? Because I remember him saying that people were going to be mad at him, you know, and this was like a rock album, something different. I'm just curious if the Suicidalists are embracing that shit. How are Juggalos taking it? I mean, if you've seen Esham live anytime in the past 5 years, you know you've seen him with guitars and drummers, and so and I'm also curious what you think of the album Chaos, but I don't think I've had a chance to talk about this because it came out you know, a month ago, and so yeah, let's talk about Esham PSYOPs real quick.
All right.
What'd you think of the album, man?
I mean, it's definitely got some really good tracks. Like, is it what I expected? No, but did I know he was going with something different? Absolutely. But I will say there is definitely some good stuff on there, and I will say it's not the first time Isham has really done rock. Like, you notice even from way back in the day, he was always sampling rock music. Back in the day, he used to sample Black Sabbath a lot back in the day in his early shit.
Absolutely.
Like, one song off the top is where he's literally sampling War Pigs by Black Sabbath in one of his songs, and it sounds really good.
So, yeah, I'll tell you right now, I enjoyed PsyOps. I listened to it a couple of times. I would like to go back and give it more listens, but yeah, to me, it worked. You know, a lot of those, you know, his flow and his style is stream of consciousness, the acid rap, and I liked a lot of the, you know, the transitions and the instrumentation. Like, it was a good listen. So
yeah, and if anyone have seen him live with his like live rock band, it's like really good. It has a very if you've seen him with his band live, it reminds you of the band In Living Color, and he sounds good dope with that live band. Like, remember when we saw it at the Gathering?
I mean, and maybe he meant that the combination of a different genre, a different style of music, coupled with, like, you know, strong messages of, like, you know, pushback against the government, and this is a huge, you know, like holding a mirror up to society as normal, you know. Isham's
which is nothing new from Isham.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He's always keeping it current, and, you know, current events are kind of fucked right now. So
yeah, you can always tell that with his music too, like with the time period that his music came out, when he touches on topics from even back in the day in his old shit, you're like, yep, I know exactly what he was talking about and what year that was.
Yeah, so I particularly like this album. You know, I think it's interesting because his take on things and his spin on things and the way that he puts things into context is interesting. It's like, if you know what's going on in the world, or you think you do, like, listen to Isham, and, like, maybe he puts you on to something, or maybe he is speaking on something that you already have put, you know, you know a thing or two about, and, you know, so he's opening cans of worms all over the place and saying,
which is what he's always known for doing.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm actually rooting for him. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, fucking trigger some people, Isham. Like, he deserves a little attention for being edgy or truthful or a drama queen. I don't know if Isham is you know, being received. All right, Shanzi says it's one of the better releases, better albums in recent memories. And I'm going to agree, of recent time, yeah. So Isham PsyOps, yet to be seen if he's getting canceled, because I remember him saying they might try to cancel him after that, which is silly.
So yeah, it's like, why would you want to try to cancel Isham?
I mean, I don't know how you think you could. I just don't know how people think you
can.
Yeah,
all we gotta say is good luck.
He works for himself. He puts his own shit out. You kind of can't stop him, you know.
And he's a veteran. He's a legend.
That's right. OG. Wicked shit. Give the man his props, for crying out loud.
As the saying goes, the wicked shit will never die.
I see December 18th, new Mikey Clark collabo, The Wild Hunt You Better Run, with Tom Galder, now available. Did you ever check that out?
I haven't. Okay.
So you guys should go check out new Mikey Clark shit. That wasn't the only song he dropped recently. I know I've heard it. Let's see. New Scum, new Gruesome, but that's a Christmas album. All right, here we go. Gathering of the Juggalos, 2022, taking place in Alaska. Guys, why didn't you tell me? I mean, come on. I've been out of the loop. Someone should have hit me up and let me know that we're going to Alaska this summer. That makes perfect sense. I'm sure it's warm as fuck.
And Bigfoot's there.
I'm sure that the glaciers are the exact place you want to be when you're gathering.
But in all seriousness.
All right, so that was obviously a joke. But what I think is funny is that Violent J had to come out and actually say it was a joke because people were taking it seriously.
I know. I had to keep telling people, look to the link in the post, and they're like, oh. I'm like, yes.
Too funny. Hey, look, if the gathering was in Alaska, I'd be, updating my passport and going to Alaska. I don't know what you Juffs are thinking.
I mean, I would have a reason to go up there because I do have family that lives up there.
All right. Well, you don't always have to have family.
Oh, I know.
To go. Yeah. Come on.
Go
all right. Let's see.
Bigfoot.
More Christmas music. Snow the Product. D-Look. Oh man, can we talk about Cottonmouth Kings? That's fun.
That Fall of the Cottonmouth Kings stream was very interesting.
All right, so I'll say this first. When ICP did their episode, their Twitch stream featuring interviews with Cottonmouth King affiliates.
Yeah, it was called the Rise and Fall.
Oh my God, that was so epic. Okay, we were all watching it together. I mean, separately but together. And I know Callie Green was watching. That was amazing, and it was really funny afterwards to see all the memes of everyone calling Jay out for trying to get KMK together while not trying to get Darth Lotus together, and that sentiment just made me facepalm. Because if anything, ICP were the ones that were advocating to do Dark Lotus, and Twisted were the ones that said no. And so to say that Jay didn't try to get Dark Lotus together is redonkulous because that's not how it went. Jay's optimism and fuck regret mentality of let the past be the past. Let's bury the hatchet. Let's come to an agreement, a truce, and let's, move forward and work together for the betterment of all. That has been his stance, from what I understand, all the way back to 2017, when they were trying to work things out with Twisted. I'm just saying, ICP wanted to do that, but Twisted didn't. So those memes don't make sense. When they just don't, they're not funny because that's not true. And it almost feels like a smear campaign, although it's just a poor meme. I mean,
it is. So for whoever came up with those memes, you didn't do a good job.
On you, fucking meme harder.
And all we gotta say is you guys need to take your memeing lessons from Juggalo memes. Just saying.
All right. Well, anyways, I'm just saying, if people, because it wasn't just memes. I saw people talking about it too, and I understand how easy it is for your mind to go there. Jay, why are you trying to get KMK together and not Dark Lotus? Dude, he had been trying to get Dark Lotus together. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not him. He's not the one that won't do Dark Lotus.
Exactly. He even said when he was doing that interview with Fake Lovers how hard it was for them to try to get them to come do the Wizard of the Hood set.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not mad. I'm not triggered.
You're still Lotus.
Everything is fine. All right. I'm calmer than you are. Dude. All right. We're only talking about Dark Lotus.
Or it's like that famous meme that everyone posts with the dog when everything's burning around him. He's like, this is fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to get on my game. There's plenty of rooms in the Death Star. I got to go find the room on fire, grab my fucking...
The main reactor.
This is completely fine.
Someone didn't shoot anything in the main reactor. This is fine.
We're not in the trash compactor.
Someone needs to make that into a meme when you're getting stuck in there.
So despite the fact that everyone thinks that Jay has twisted priorities, no pun intended, no, if anything, the way that he kind of has advocated for Twisted, for Jesus Christ, the way that Violent J has advocated for Cottonmouth Kings to come together and to come to an agreement so that they can make money on tour and play the Gathering, right, in 2022. That, I mean, that right there is what when he finally came out and said that, I realized that that was the whole point of the whole stream. Okay, to get KMK to reunite at the Gathering for an epic reunion, and to do a tour with ICP, with like the OG, like the real Cottonmouth Kings, not this new Cottonmouth Kings where they've been recast, like complete unknown, like no name rappers. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing, right? They posted a picture and they went on tour. It's D-Loc and what? Like,
I don't even know who the hell those people are. Or it's like when D-Loc was just calling himself Cottonmouth Kings. I'm like, what?
I know everyone's mad about that. And I would say out of all the things to be mad about, dude, I mean, come on. Cottonmouth Kings have been slipping for like 10 years now. And this is just this type of fuckery. They really have split in two directions. It was very awkward when they did it, you know, with the accusations of sleeping with wives and stealing money. And, you know, I'm not going to recap the whole drama, but you know, there's the rise and fall. And the fall.
All I can say is the last KMK album I listened to and bought was probably their album that came out in 2010. After that, I haven't really heard anything really.
They got the other guys working together as like the King Clique, you know. So I mean, it's like everyone wants to work, everyone wants to make music, and if they could only reunite under the original umbrella and actually produce a product, you know, that's in line with their history and involving enough original members to justify it actually being called that. That's why I'm not really impressed with Twisted doing Dark Lotus and Riders, because it's only half of them, and it's like, you know, I'm not really there for that. But I digress. Yo, what up, Nanaho? I see you.
Yep, and it would be hard to do an original KMK because, you know, Saint Dog was an original member. Of course, he passed away.
Rest in peace, Saint Dog. Yeah, that was recent. Recent enough. I mean, not as recent as Betty White.
Yep.
How upsetting is that? Betty White passing away.
So close.
Okay, but you know what? I actually saw something online that made me smile. And I don't know if you guys think about this, but if Betty White lived to be 99 years old and she died like 17 days before her 100th birthday, I read somewhere that she lived through like 4 leap years. And so maybe like because of the way that we fuck with the calendars, she technically did live for 100 years.
Yeah, technically
she lost days because of leap years.
Yep.
So I haven't actually mathed that out myself, but that made me smile when I saw that, because whoever thought of this is fucking a genius. You know, we take off an hour, we add an hour, we keep fucking with the calendar. You know, why? I don't know, because we need sunlight to grow crops or something. Like, we're not replacing farmers with robots. But yeah, so anyways, rest in peace, Betty White, Golden Girls, veteran comedian, super funny.
The originator of savagery. But
she was savage.
But that's why we loved her.
Bob Saget's comedy was savage. I was a fan of his stand-up as well as that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, America's Funniest Videos, though, you know, is really just like the origin story of YouTube. You know, because people would submit their videos to this show, and they would filter through and play it, right? But you know, ever since YouTube became a thing, everyone just uploads their videos to YouTube, and it supersedes the actual need for a show. Except he was the host, and he was great introducing all those clips. I mean, yeah, maybe he was America's dad. I mean, honestly, I felt like Bill Cosby was more my dad than Bob Saget. All right.
Yep, and then I guess you could say Betty White was all our grandma.
Yeah, I don't know if the people on TV I was like they weren't my parents, you know. Look, the TV raised me, so maybe like Mr. T was my dad and Angela Lansbury was my mom, you know.
Well, that's how it was with us, like Keenan and Kel, like that. I know you were a little bit older before that, but Keenan and Kel were like our friends that we grew up with.
I guess, yeah, it would have to be a show I watched, you know what I mean?
But yeah, when you watch Bob Burgers, when you go back and watch that, they're like totally stoners in that movie, and it's freaking funny.
It's like the actresses from Sex and the City on HBO. Those are the girls that snub me at the bar and don't give me a shot.
Yep.
Everyone's attributed to someone in your life, you know what I mean?
Good point, Shanzi.
Ghetto Freak Show says Al Bundy was my dad. Does that mean you're Bud Bundy?
Shanzi has a good point on that. Yes.
Uncle Phil raised a lot of people. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Bob Saget was funny, but I think his work on America's Funniest Videos meant more to me than his work on Full House.
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, it was both that Full House and America's Funniest Home Videos.
Shout outs to 13th Juggalo. Yeah, TV. I see a lot of us ninjas have that in common. You know, getting raised by TV. It's
Well, I guess it's safe to say since I grew up on old school WWE, I could say Stone Cold Steve Austin raised me.
Yeah, exactly. If you're really raised by who you watch, I mean, and I get it. When I was in college and when I was of college age and I took time off of school to work, I was working in the store where they were selling children's toys, and you know, like it was called the Learning Smith. Yeah. So they had a lot of educational toys. I think they were bought out by the Discovery Store or something like that. So, but they had in the back of the store with all the little children's things, they had a television that would play the Blues Clues on repeat, and then they would switch it out with Teletubbies. So it was like working in a horror movie. seeing Blues Clues birthday episode on repeat, and then seeing any episode of Teletubbies ever at all is horrifying. And not only that, but to be stuck, you know, like an 8-hour shift with it, it feels like torture. But you know, so I'm just saying, like, whoever was raised on that, yeah, I feel bad. Like, actually, that's probably y'all. Is that my audience? Are you guys okay?
Yeah. Are any of you guys okay? Are any of you guys like perfectly fine where you're not scarred?
Well, I don't know. I just, all right. Everything's okay.
Everything is going to be all right.
Yeah. That stuff was all way newer. Yeah. I just think about that, you know, like someone grew up watching that shit. I grew up watching Ernie and Bert. You know, I grew up watching Mr. Rogers. And if anyone's like, who's that? Well, go watch the movie Tom Hanks made about him. It's pretty well made, actually.
Or, even better, it's like people saying they don't know what Fraggle Rock is. What the hell?
Fraggle Rock. You know, the old guy in Fraggle Rock was also in the Boondock Saints. He's the guy with what do you call it?
He was.
He had like Tourette's. Mm-hmm. He couldn't stop swearing, even in front of nuns.
Yep.
Funny shit. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna try and
Shanzi with the Hotel Tubbies and Blue Clues. He says that does sound like total torture. It does.
Let's see here. Excuse me. So you know what I want to do right now is I just want to upload the song that we're going to be playing later today. Get it ready to go. I just can't. I can't do it without exposing myself, telling y'all what I'm doing. Jack Tripper, Three's Company. You know, John Ritter, one of the last things he did was Bad Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing him and Bernie Mac talking, man. John Ritter died the same day as Johnny Cash. We lost two Johns. We lost two Johns at the same time. It was really sad day.
Two good Johns.
Two really good Johns. Yeah, I remember the day when I found out John Ritter died. And then an hour later, I found out Johnny Cash died. And from that moment on, no one remembered that John Ritter died.
Yeah.
because Johnny Cash completely overshadowed him. And Bernie Mac was the man.
Damn right. And then a legendary comedian passed away. I think it was this year or last year, but John Witherspoon passed away.
Oh, that's right.
Also known as the guy who played everyone's favorite character in the Friday movies, Ice Cube's dad.
And did Sidney Poitier die too?
Yeah, I believe so.
Man, I can't keep up. All right, let me see here. So I think the video that I want to upload is ready to go. I just wanted to make sure it is ready to go. Let's see.
And while you get that ready, I'll be right back because I'm going to go get a drink.
Okay. Don Chaos will be right back. And we should have our special guest joining us also pretty soon. So maybe what I'll do right now is I'll do a little intermission for y'all, and then we'll come back and continue. All right. Know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? We're like, yo, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? 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 You know what I'm saying?
I got much clown love for the Carnival Spirits crew. You know what I'm saying? I got low love for BeastMaster. You know what I'm saying? I got much clown love for the Carnival Spirits crew. You know what I'm saying? I got low love for Scotty 2 Ball. You know what I'm saying? I got much clown love for the Carnival Spirits crew. You know what I'm saying? I got low love for Roxy Riddlebox. You know what I'm saying? I got much clown love for the Carnival Spirits crew. You know what I'm saying? I got low love for Kylie Green 2 Fresh. You know what I'm saying? I got much clown love for the Carnival Spirits crew. You know what I'm saying? I got low love for Shanzi. You know what I'm saying? I got much clown love for the Carnival Spirits crew. You know what I'm saying? I got low love for Uncle Sad Fee. You know what I'm saying? I got much clown love for the Carnival Spirits crew. You know what I'm saying? I got low love for Panic 17. You know what I'm saying? I got much clown love for the Carnival Spirits crew. You know what I'm saying? I got low love for Don Chaos. You know what I'm saying? I got low love for the Carnival Spirits. You know what I'm saying? 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 You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Quit saying, I know what I'm saying. Sorry, that's what I say. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Can't help it. It's a fucking unconscious thing.
And we are back. All right. Don Chaos is still handling some shit. Yeah, I'm glad to be able to do this, on a Friday night, and I suppose if I'm not really interested in tethering myself to the same schedule, the BeastMaster show could take place on any given night, but I would say that it is most likely going to be at night, because now that I'm doing the graveyard shift, I'm just not interested in being awake in the afternoon, not even on my days off. So it'll take some getting used to for myself. And if you guys weren't able to catch the live stream because of its short notice and the new time, I completely understand. But once Don Chaos gets back, we will proceed with catching up with with the events of the last month. Oh, here we go. What's up, Chaos?
Nothing much. I'm back.
All right, cool. So I actually I just heard that we may not get a visit. We may not get our special mystery guests today after all. And if that is the case, then I'll just move forward with the rest of the topics that I have planned, and not going to really sweat it. But we'll see, because I'm not giving up on them. You know what I mean? All right, so let's see here.
If you're wondering what I'm drinking like this new flavor of Mountain Dew. That's really good.
Is it your sponsor?
No. It's called Spark, and the flavor Mountain Dew is it's raspberry lemonade flavored Mountain Dew. It's really good.
Damn, that sounds extra as fuck.
And trust me, it's very good.
What did 13th Juggalo say?
I think he's trying to have us get rated, which is cool.
Oh yeah. I got to figure out how to do that. I got to be taught how to stream, how to raid.
Yeah, I was like in Kid Crusher's stream earlier, and a lot of people went over from Shaggy and the Creep stream and went over to Kid Crusher's Twitch stream and rated him. I'm like, that's awesome.
Right on. All right, so I'm just looking here at new music releases from the end of 2021. Mm-hmm. After Gibby Stipes is released from Magic Ninja Entertainment, he drops a track featuring Jamie Madrox and Lex the Hexmaster called Stick Up. Necro dropped a track called Chop Into Your Body. Let's see, we got Gruesome with a new album called Spazzin'. There's new MC Lars music out.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we already talked about Light, but he announces Metamorphosis. That's great.
Yeah, I think that's the article where it shows like the track listing.
There is a new Class album coming out. This is Revenge, and there's bundles for that.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Misery and DJ Clay, New England mini tour, Twin Gats show added.
Yeah, it looks like DJ Clay's bringing back where he would do those Juggalo jump off shows where he would make them as mini tours, and then he always brings someone different on the road.
Right on. Now I'm remembering that Death Plus and Ouija Mac dropped the next installation of their Reject project.
Yes, which is dope.
So this one's the EP is entitled C.
It is so dope.
So they're spelling Reject. The second E was a 3. I'm wondering if the last EP in the series is going to be a T or if it's going to be a cross. If they're going to go with that emoji, they're going to change it up, make it just a plus symbol. You know what I mean? Because it is Death Plus.
Makes sense.
No, it's obviously they're spelling Reject.
Mm-hmm.
I think we figured this out.
Yeah, Callie also figured that out too.
Callie figured that out a long time ago. Like after 2 fucking letters, he already guessed it.
Yep.
But have you heard it yet? I actually haven't had a chance to bump this yet.
It's straight fire.
Okay. Straight fire. So I'm on the last page now. I mean, we're caught up to the last page. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. Buckshot released a Mob Style Christmas. Looks like SON.
Shanzi was at that show, so he got a lot of those dope pictures for us.
Yeah. If you're following Instagram, we had some live on the scene photos from Shanzi, and then we also had Echo Side Fiend sending us pics from New Year's Eve CP show, also on our Instagram. I was going to say here, Son making a music video for the Hive.
Yep, if anyone's ever heard of Son, very dope.
Win a free United States of Insanity poster. That was January 10th. I'm sure that's over.
Yeah.
Okay. What else we got? Mumra from Mission Infect releasing an LP. The House
Mission Infect is dope.
What else? ABK is still doing his Valentine's Day shows.
Yeah. Apparently he's doing a charity show.
This one's kind of interesting. Juggalo extras needed for movie shoot on January 22nd. That's coming up.
Interesting.
I mean, that's a week away. So let me just read this real quick. Remember the film about juggalos called Off Ramp?
Oh, yeah.
From writer-director Nathan Tate, they put out a casting call last year for Juggalo actors. Well, it's currently filming right now in NOLA, setting to wrap on January 22nd. Oh, so it's happening right now and it's going to wrap. It'll be done in a week. So
yeah.
My misunderstanding. There's Instagram stories. The producer states that they're looking for juggalos, juggalettes, wrestling fans, bright-colored hair folk, freaks, weirdos. Before we go any further, you must know that because of ongoing COVID pandemic, to ensure safety of everyone involved, you have to be fully vaccinated to be filling out a form and partaking. So they're looking for juggalo extras. Holy shit, that's pretty cool. If you want to be an extra in a juggalo movie about juggalos, pepper their scenery with real juggalos. That's all. That would increase the authenticity of this movie if I saw real juggalos in the crowd versus a bunch of actors acting like juggalos.
Right.
So that's dope. If anyone, I mean, I hope a bunch of juggalos fucking, responded, and I mean, I'm sure they did. I'm sure we're gonna see a whole bunch of juggalos in this movie, and it'll be great.
So Miss Hollywood, we hope to see you in there.
She needs a starring role. What are you talking about? Actually, maybe some juggalos we know speaking parts and starring roles. What the fuck? I have no idea.
Well, and you know what that's called, where you're being yourself in a role? Isn't that called typecasting?
Possibly. I'm a little bit on the fringe of Hollywood, so I'm not sure, all the lingo, especially the kids these days. I'm just not in the biz like that. But
right.
But yeah, typecasting is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's where all your roles that you're offered are just because of the same character that you play, and so you basically play the same character and everything. And if you're not playing a character, you're just being yourself. You could basically say that I've typecasted myself on Carnival Spirits. Like
people kind of say that about Billy Bob Thornton in a lot of his movies. They say it looks like he's just like typecasting in his movies.
Well, hey, this is a Juggalo movie looking for Juggalo extras, so I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. I guess we'll keep our ears open for that. All right. Wow, Gibby Stipes announcing a new album, Still Ill. Does he mean still ill?
Ill, like Nas's Illmatic.
Still Ill. Yeah. First album independently released, or did he sign somewhere new? I don't know. I
think he's just going to be independent.
Hey, that's the move.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Snow Goons, long-awaited LP, Renaissance Kings, out now. I got to check that out. I'm a big fan of the Snow Goons.
Hell yeah.
Donnie Menace releases new Wes Craven single, Who Slashed Ya? Is that the one you were talking about?
Yep.
Okay. And then this last thing I see here is wicked funny. I'm just pulling it up because I want to read it.
Do it.
You know what it is.
Do it.
You know what it is because this is today. This
Do
just
it.
out today. It says Playboy the Beast charged in Capitol riot on January 6th, 2021. What? All right. Before I read this article, I'm just going to say I remember he was live streaming from the Capitol. And I remember thinking that was kind of like self-incriminating. And I was wondering if that was the smartest thing to do.
Nope.
Now, fast forward almost a year later, or over a year later, January 6th. I'm going to read this. It says, Playboy the Beast used to be one of the most respected chopper spitters among the underground. I don't remember that, but just kidding.
I know it's hard to read it without laughing.
Who wrote this? Just kidding. Journalism. How does that work? Appearing on Devil's Night 2012 is Murder Music roster 27. All right, there's a lot of highlighted stuff. Dropping material, sick fucks. Jump Steady at one point mentioned being a fan of Playboy the Beast, even Twisted Insane, Head PE, both. I mean, I'm pretty sure at one point I liked a song or two of his, but can we put this in the context that this guy is like one of the biggest attention-seeking, like Trumpers now. I believe he completely changed his MO and he's making conservative raps, I suppose. I stopped listening to him, but I remember listening to some of Playboy the Beast stuff. And
oh yeah, he had some pretty good hits.
It's one thing to enjoy a motherfucker's music, and it's another to put up with their shenanigans on social media. Like, I don't follow these rappers anymore because I'm not interested in the, but I was watching and following when he was beefing. Who was he beefing with? Was it Hobson? I can't remember. Somebody. Oh, I know. It was the Joker.
Yes, which I will say that was one of the only times I really liked when Joker went at someone, because Joker's diss track towards him, where he's calling it PDB, and his abbreviation in the song is Pussy the Bitch.
Look, all I'm saying is that I enjoyed watching these guys crawling up each other's asses.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I do agree.
That Playboy the Beast would make these diss tracks.
Which is funny. I did a segment on the Hours of Chaos podcast when they were doing that, where I would play their tracks. I'm like, okay, here's this person's track. And then there was their response to it. It was entertaining.
I enjoyed watching the Joker doing his like almost like a response video, bar by bar, picking apart Playboy the Beast rhymes. And all I'm going to say is this: the Joker himself, a really smart dude, really articulate dude, and very controversial the way that he's trying to win the appeal of juggalos, like right after fucking insulting us. But I digress. All I'm saying is that, I enjoy listening to what he has to say sometimes. And when he was poking holes in Playboy the Beast's game, I couldn't help but notice some hypocrisies. Whereas if the Joker is your boy and he's a fan of yours, like for example, if you were, I don't know, Gmo Ski, then he's going to have nice things to say about you. And you know what? Your punchlines and the integrity of your flow and all that, it's like completely okay if you're one person, but then another person, he's tearing you apart. Where I almost feel like some of the things he was criticizing Playboy the Beast for, really Gmo Ski is just as guilty of doing, but he gives Gmo Ski a glowing review because they're they work together.
Yeah, so they're boys.
So like, if you hate a motherfucker, you can really tear him down a peg, by analyzing and unboxing their presentation. But I don't know, I felt like he was being a little hypocritical because, like, his boy Gmo Ski is guilty of some of those things that Playboy the Beast was doing, but Gmo Ski was getting nothing but high praises and accolades and getting promoted, whereas Playboy the Beast, he's getting that free promo, but he's getting it in the form of he's trolling him. He's just making him look stupid.
Yeah, I think that's one of my most funniest underrated episodes of the Hours of Chaos podcast, where I was listening to their diss tracks to each other back and forth and like reacting to him. It was the funniest shit.
Yeah, so that's about all I know about Playboy the Beast. But that, and he's the reason why Blase Rose blocked Carnival Spirits on Instagram, because when he dropped his diss track to Violent J,
you didn't know it was at the time.
I thought it was a collab. I thought Playboy the Beast and Blase Rose worked together and put out a track together. And so I shared the image and I tagged them both, and Blase was like, fuck that, and blocked us. And I completely didn't realize that, like, I probably was the one breaking the news to her that she's sitting on his lap and it's all this scandalous like artwork. I don't know. I thought they were being edgy, you know, like girl power.
Well, a lot of people do like to be edgy, so I could see why you would have thought that.
Hey, my bad. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't following Playboy the Beast, so I didn't realize that he was about to drop a diss. Right. I thought it was a collab with Blase. All right. Anyways, moving forward, Playboy the Beast has well, I'm reading now the Fago Lovers article. The whole reason we're bringing this up, because I haven't thought about this dude in a long time.
Same. I didn't even know he was still around.
Well, I mean, I remember when he was brazenly, you know, live streaming his, you know, himself at the riots. But here is this article that literally says his real name, identity confirmed by FBI through social media posts and YouTube, raps under the name Playboy the Beast, and it says charged in Capitol riot, use clips from day in rap music videos. FBI says this is fucking crazy. Like, that is exactly what I was thinking of when I saw him live streaming. I was like, this is self-incrimination. You
or as 13th Juggalo said, that's major karma coming back to bite you.
Yeah, super bad. So let's see what this says.
We were all getting a good laugh out of that in our Carnival Spirits group chat.
Being a felon in the past won't help him at all either. That's what Newsweek has just reported regarding Playboy the Beast being charged for evading the Capitol. Social media posts and rap videos were used to confirm the identity of the South Dakota man who was charged this week in connection with the January 6th Capitol riots, according to the criminal complaint from the FBI. Billy, 36, identified in the days following the riots through the FBI's tip line by someone claiming to be a relative, and said social media posts that allegedly belonged to him showed him outside and inside the Capitol. Like, he crawled through the window and live streamed that shit.
Sean's like, you just snitched on him yourself.
Oh,
it's funny. I think he released a song saying how he hates snitches. Well, guess what, Playboy at least? You just snitched on yourself. You
Dude,
dumb motherfucker.
Fucking Tim Allen's himself.
Or as Ghetto Cyping said, congratulations, Playboy. You just played yourself. I love
the article continues to say, second individual contacted the tip line about a month later, sending authorities some of his posts on social media app Parler, one of which showed him entering the Capitol through a broken window. So people were submitting these clips. Like, in other words, his own followers on social media were like, yeah, there's a tip line. I'm going to take your public videos that you're posting and just forward them over here to the feds.
In other news, Playboy the Beast changes his name to Play Yourself the Bitch or the Idiot.
Oh, calm down, man. No, I'm just kidding. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny.
It is funny, and it's karma.
Oh, wow. All right. What else does it say here? The agent who filed the criminal complaint stated that surveillance footage from inside the Capitol, verification on social media posts confirmed that the individual in the video was him, and that he was in the Capitol for several minutes recording videos, taking photos on a cell phone before he left the building. I mean, talk about a tourist rioter. Who breaks into the Capitol and like takes a bunch of selfies and then, oh yeah, they all did. That's all they did.
Playboy the snitch.
I mean, some of them went up, you know, inside of the room and like, put on a Viking helmet and whatever and war paint and pretended to like hold court for a minute. And
speaking of the Capitol riots, if anyone is a fan of the show Always Sunny in Philadelphia, watch this newest season. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, that's the only season I haven't seen. So I'm looking forward to that, actually. I love
Oh my
that
God, your gut's gonna hurt from laughing so hard, bro.
That's it's like season 14 or 15 or something. They've been going for a long time.
This
now.
current season is fucking hilarious.
That's awesome. There's more here. It says the agent states that a YouTube channel was later discovered belonging to him with the same name as the Parler account. The channel, also the name Nutson performed under Playboy the Beast, contains several rap songs and dozens of posts the feds used to confirm his identity. One video titled Patriots Message to the World was posted in April of 2021 and contains video clips of the Capitol riots as well as him performing in front of the War Memorial at Sawmill, North Carolina, while rapping lyrics about events that took place at January 6th. Posted from that year. I mean, this is like the edgiest shit ever, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just saying to take part in that and then make a song about it like I was there, that's some edgy shit. I mean, seriously, I think all the Proud Boys were probably really feeling themselves. That's their
shit's
anthem,
got
right?
me red from laughing so hard, and it's got me doing the monoxide wheezing laugh.
Oofta. So posts from last year on this channel indicate that he moved to North Carolina, South Dakota. Thursday post addressing the Associated Press story detailing his arrest confirmed that he was arrested on Wednesday. Oh my God. And then he was released following an initial court appearance, as prosecutors did not request that he be detained pending a future trial. Oh, they don't have to detain the underground rapper until his trial.
Chauncey, good points, though.
He's not a good rapper. He should know that rap lyrics are being used in court of law by now.
Good points, but it's true.
I
love you, Chauncey.
This is crazy. You know, it's like I like the idea of taking, you know, your platform and making commentary on things, and I enjoy, you know, these songs, even from artists that I don't really like. It's probably a guilty pleasure of mine to like listen to their songs, especially a tryhard that's trying to, you know, to go viral and who's trying to trigger everyone, who's trying to be edgy. Like, I love those edgelords, man. I mean, their music amuses me, and honestly, some of it's pretty good. You know, there's party music, and then there's like, you know, more.
Then there's political, then there's edgy shit.
I'm thinking, you know, there's more just like chill, you know, vibes, and I don't know, more cerebral stuff. And I mean, there's all different types of music. I'm not so much into all the hardcore hip hop, you know, of every flavor. You know, I guess I'm a little particular with my music, just like I am with my horror movies. It's got to ride that fine line between cheesy and gory. Like, sometimes it's too gory, sometimes it's too cheesy. I'm like the fucking Goldilocks.
Yeah, sometimes it's too silly. You're like, what the hell?
I know, and it's like, and then this porridge is just right, you know. So everyone has different tastes, but you know, I do enjoy checking out stuff. It's almost like a train wreck sometimes, like, you know. But who am I to judge? You know, there's some really corny music out there that just blows the fuck up. Like people.
John McDonald.
Yeah, he comes to mind. He really does. You know, but it does take a lot of work to put out all that content, and even if I don't agree with you in your policies, you know, freedom of speech, man. Like, you know, this world allows for people like Playboy the Beast. It's just, he did not need to snitch on himself like that. Like, you know, like seriously, there's wartime music, there's protest music, there's anti-government music, there's all sorts of music that raises awareness for all sorts of fucking things.
That sounds better.
you know, I mean, for his cause, like he didn't really do the best job of protecting himself. I don't know how you could get away with doing that.
You're not NWA, Playboy the Beast.
I mean, honestly, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit weird, you know. The people think they can do whatever they want and not get slapped on the wrist.
I say we all make shirts that have pictures of him looking like an idiot on it and have it say, "Play yourself the idiot. Play yourself the idiot."
All right, I don't know about that, Chaos, but that is a good idea, you know, for laughs. But no, I wouldn't wear that shirt. Oh my God, there's more paragraphs in this article.
Oh, God.
Authorities also confirmed his presence at the Capitol via GPS data from his cell phone number that was connected through the registry of Parler. I don't know what that is.
Fucking idiot.
Economic application submitted. He was viewed in surveillance footage speaking to several other rioters and police officers. The report does not state that he was ever observed behaving violently. The complaint charges him with misdemeanors relating to entering a restricted building and disorderly conduct while inside the Capitol. So he's not being charged with a violent crime, but disorderly conduct means that, I mean, you know, he's ripped. Maybe he knocked over a statue or something, you know. Maybe he, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he caused some sort of damage, you know. Did he take a bust of Abraham Lincoln and throw it through a glass window or something like that? Any kind of shenanigans like that? Or was it all just like, yo, can I get a selfie with the cops before you guys get stomped to death? Like,
what the fuck?
Several social media posts over the last year, he's pictured wearing or holding clothing and memorabilia representing the logo of the far-right organization Proud Boys, identifying himself as a member of the group. One of the August with tattoos across his forehead. So he's a Proud Boy. I don't even know what that fucking is, but it doesn't sound cool. Sounds whack as fuck. So, and that's it. That's the newest article.
All I gotta say is I bet the comment section of that is entertaining if there is any.
It's not a good day to be Playboy the Beast right now, I suppose.
Played yourself the idiot isn't his new name.
You know, they used to say that the revolution will not be televised. So fucking, he shouldn't have tried.
Dumb ass.
Crazy. All right, let me just check my messages and see.
On from that.
Yeah, it looks like we're. You know what, Chaos? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get a visit from our mystery guests today.
Yeah,
I tried to finagle like a quick visit, like just to introduce, you know, the next segment. But I suppose now it's on us to decide when we're ready to wrap it up. I don't know how much time you have. I don't know how late it is for you. So
I have all the time.
You have all the time. All right, cool. So I'm not in a rush either.
I'm actually getting entertained. This is going to make for some comedy gold with us clipping this whole segment.
Yeah, maybe we'll take some clips. You know, that was one of our goals, is to provide, you know, shorter video clips. But what we got here? Do you think you could enter the Capitol building? Not get into trouble. You know, I do remember thinking that this was a bad idea when he did it. So, you know, it took a little bit of time, but shit, karma does catch up.
And on to some good news, our boys like Wicked Wood dropped a new music video.
Oh, thank you. See, why isn't that reported on Fago Lovers? God damn it.
I thought it was. I know they reported of them doing an interview with Mankini.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I should really just go look on my Instagram feed because that's where I get all my fucking news. Yeah, Mankini's been killing it with his interviews. starting with a slew of interviews that he got at the gathering and then released them one at a time afterwards. But then he's been doing more. And yeah, you're right. That Wicked Wood interview most recently is probably
yeah, I forget where it was at. It was at like some like music festival in like New York or Jersey.
Right on. Yeah, I'm looking forward to new Wicked Wood music. You know, they recently dropped a track with who is that? They dropped a track with Blase Rose. That was a while ago.
Yeah, I just know they dropped an actual like visual video with them and our homies 2 Juffs and 1 Cup were made cameos.
Oh
in
yeah,
the video.
Hollywood Hulk Hoagie always you know, hyping the boys. And then they got their Yeti mascot. Like, I like their gimmick. It's fresh.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here.
They got a lot of good big things coming.
Big things. Big things. Yeah, so it looks like the new song that we talked about earlier, I've got it synced up and ready to go. So I will be able to play it, and we can introduce it, you know, talk about it.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be the right thing to do. And actually, you know, now's a good time to do that. Let me just pull up a screen here. I'm going to log into the Carnival Spirits Instagram.
Also, Scum announced like the 3rd and final chapter of his Dying World Chronicles CD.
So that was always meant to be a trilogy?
Yep.
Right on. Now, is that different than when he did the solo and collab? That was just a 2-album project, right?
Yeah, that was like his first ever like double disc album.
Scum puts out a lot of music.
He does. LSP in general does.
But
he even dropped a track called Curb.
Look, they get a lot of people on the label. I'm just saying, Scum has been putting out a lot of music.
Oh, yeah. Like he dropped, even since we're talking about new music, he dropped that track Curbside with him, Cody Manson, and Darby O'Trill.
Like, I like how anytime someone new joins the label, you know, they get a song with Scum. Like he's very busy. Yeah, he had that new track with Darby O'Trill.
Very good song.
You know, shout out to Devereaux, always killing it on production. Know what I'm saying?
That's why he deserves Producer of the Year, just saying.
Is that a gnome or a Santa?
It's Hulk Hogan.
Ah, brother.
I had to look at that carefully. I'm like, oh, it's a Hulk Hogan emoji.
All right, so I'm pulling up Instagram. Let's see. Let me know if you can see this. Oh, you can.
I can.
All right. I guess we're looking at my account. You know, I just recently decided to do the 10-year challenge, y'all. 10-year challenge. Here I am.
I think I inspired a lot of people to do that.
Yeah, this was completely inspired by Don Chaos, everybody.
No, I don't think I inspired anyone. That's gone on for years.
So the 10-year challenge, I went into my hard drive and found a photo that has never been shared before. So this is an unseen photo of me from 10 years ago, 2012. And then here is a photo from this week, 2022. Look at that lovely flowing hair. And 10 years ago, you know, when Carnival Spirits was just getting his start, I obviously had short hair at the time, but I was rocking the beard. That was the first time I was ever able to grow a beard of that length. And so I was testing the limits. Obviously, within the past 10 years, I really tested the limits of that beard. I should find, you know, the picture where it was at its longest. I mean, it was going all the way down to my name tag there.
At one point, he was looking like Luke Skywalker, y'all.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker in episode 9.
Yeah.
And then don't forget, I also had the Sebastian Bach length hair as well at the same time. But so this is my 10-year challenge. 2012.
That La Coca Nostra shirt. Yeah.
And then let's see. Let me pull up the Carnival Spirits page. All right. Oh, all right. Can we look at this for a second? You know, shout out to Scotty Balls for posting this. I don't know what the hell is going on. Let's take a look at this for a second.
Right.
Bye, daylight.
We'll be back.
That's the third time.
I'm out. Get my first L.
Nobody even wants that shit anymore.
Yeah. I'm done. Like,
All right, what the fuck is going on?
All
First
I
of
gotta
all,
say
the
is I
stream
think
freeze-
everything's good because the stream is still up. If they didn't want that to be seen, they would have taken the stream down.
It looks like they don't know what was seen and what wasn't seen. I mean, the whole thing is fucking sketchy as fuck. There's all these comments of confusion. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
I just say that's what happens when you're hanging out with your homies and maybe you have a little bit too much to drink with your homies.
Hey, you know, shout out to DJ Clay for killing the live streams on Twitch. I see him doing this thing. I mean, seriously, you know, shout out to Shaggy and the Creep. You know, shout out to everybody out there with their regular shows. More power to you. And yeah, Light, he's doing the circuits. You know, he's trying to promote himself. We should try to get him. We should try to get Light up on Carnival Spirits for an official guest spot. If I can get him as a mystery special guest this year, I will. And if not,
stuff's in the work. Just saying. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, maybe you'll see him on the Hours of Chaos. Whatever's clever.
Maybe you might even see DJ Clay or Hoodoo on one of our shows. Who knows?
Dude, you just recently had Zitro on the show, and he was credited in the liner notes of Yum Yum Bedlam as being the newest artist on Psychopathic Records.
Well, I think kind of confirmed that a little bit to where when you look at it, there was another name. Some people like have to read the creds again. I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't think he is because I heard from another source that he's doing his own thing on another label. So,
okay.
Well,
that's fine.
Out of the bag.
All right, gotcha.
But it was still a dope interview.
Look inside of Yum Yum Flower's mouth. See those jowls. Fucking love this shit.
Which that's a project I have planned on working on next weekend. So if anyone's down to join that, I'm possibly going to be doing a speculation live stream with DC where we're going to speculate the seeds of Yum Yum and what they could mean.
Nice.
So if anyone wants to join in on that.
Only when it's convenient.
I just had to bring this up. The newest masterpiece from Lakeland Lunacy in honor of Carnival Spirit's 10-year anniversary. The gnome has gone full Ratfink in the just everything about this is fucking fresh as fuck. Shout out to Scotty Balls for animating it. And as you can see, it's got Callie Green, myself, Scotty Balls, UKOS. Basically the OG members, the founding members of Carnival Spirits are represented like we're the seeds of Yum Yum.
And trust me, y'all, that design is going on stuff. Trust me.
Abso-fucking-lutely. So I don't know. There really isn't too much more to look at here that we haven't talked about. So I guess
I interviewed Lady Truth yesterday, which she's really dope.
Nice.
She's been getting a lot of positive feedback. Scotty gave a lot of positive feedback. He's like, Chaos, where do you find these talented people? I'm like, connections, or I look for them myself.
That's what's up. So check it out, y'all. If I can't get my special guests on the show today, it seems only right that I do a do-over, right? I mean, that's how this works. I got to get them on the show eventually. So when I'm telling you that I'm only going to do one show a month, I knew that something was going to happen and I was going to have to end up doing more than one show a month. And this is absolutely what I'm talking about. I am probably going to come back and do a show much sooner than you think with my special guests, because I'm not giving up on them. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. You know, we do this for fun anyways. And it didn't work out, and that is okay.
And that does happen. I've had that happen on my show where my guest couldn't make it, and it happens.
Maybe what we'll do is we'll have a shorter episode, just like 20 minutes, where we interview the guests. But what I can do is I can at least tell you who it was going to be.
Do it.
And then not only that, but we can also check out. Let me show you first. Let me show you first what I'm talking about. Okay, and so firstly, here is the flyer that I made, and right in the title it says "New Year, same dumpster fire. Let's play Ketchup, Shock and Dash collab," because our special guests for tonight were supposed to be Shock and Dash,
my boys,
hip hop artists from Colorado. Yes, Don Chaos's boys. So, that being said, Shock and Dash are great guys, and I wanted to have them on the show tonight to promote the new song they just dropped featuring yours truly. That's right. BeastMaster and Shock and Dash have a song out. It's called and I'm going to play it for you right here and now. So we're going to debut the song here on the show, and then I will post links to where you can find it on your favorite music streaming, site. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, all that shit, right? The DistroKid. So yeah, shout out to Shock and Dash. Thank you for inviting me to be on the song. I hope you guys like it. It's definitely a concept track, and maybe without further ado, I should just play it for y'all, and then afterwards we can wrap it up and call it quits by the top of the hour. How do you feel about that?
That works, because I found out that Beowulf is free to watch on YouTube. I'm like, hell yeah.
Nice. Right now I'm on a Alien kick. I just rewatched Alien. I'm on the second one. I'm going to keep going down the line all the way to Covenant, baby.
Oh, yeah, because aren't they supposed to be releasing a new movie?
Well, let's just say that I do watch my favorite movies on repeat, and it's been
I do it too.
You know what it is because Netflix has this series called Movies That Made Us or something.
Oh, yeah, I heard that's good.
Yeah, so I just recently watched the episode about aliens, and that made me want to watch it again. And
and I think one episode is about the Jurassic Park series. One series is about Star Wars.
I don't know if there's one about Star Wars, but there is one about Jurassic Park. I've watched almost every episode. I haven't been going in order. I've been kind of cherry picking them,
Yeah.
So I apologize if there was anything that happened current events wise, music wise, that I didn't cover. Okay. Because all I did was go through Faygo Lovers news, and they didn't talk about Wicked Wood's new shit. So there's obviously new shit that has happened that I'm not aware of. But like for example, Violent J was on Cruising the Barrio tonight. So Rude Boy had Violent J on his podcast tonight. I missed it. But by the time you see me again, I'll probably have watched it, and I'll let you go. I'll let you know if there's anything worth repeating.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked Rude Boy's podcast, you really should. It's good, though.
Absolutely. Shout out to the Rude Boy. All right, so what do you say we check out this track?
Do it.
And so Shock and Dash featuring BeastMaster, brand new, just came out like 2 nights ago. Available streaming anywhere online where you stream music. Enjoy.
Seem like they don't come around. Say they help, but they put you down. Know where you had enough. Maybe they should pack it up, cause seem like they don't come around. Wanna help, but they put you down. Know where you had enough. Maybe they should pack it up, cause first off, let me be upfront. Ain't tryna be rude, not trying to stunt. Just one of those times you gotta be blunt. Saying respectfully while passing a blunt. Usually, got no dog in the fight, but I'm sitting on the sidelines, they ain't treating you right. See, I see you in the the dark, so I'm shining a light. You say you know the deal, and I'm saying it's shite. See, you give and they take, they don't reciprocate. You never eliminate, just add to your plate. You're testing your fate like you don't give a visit. That ain't a win, that just queen takes the bishop. Like you're on a mission to say, oh, poor me. Like you don't have the faith to say you're worthy. To go digital and grow yourself earthly. Back to basics, yeah, I know you heard me. Seem like they don't come around. Say they help, but they put you down. Know where you had enough. Maybe they should pack it up, cause seem like they don't come around. Wanna help, but they put you down. Know where you had enough. Maybe they should pack it up, cause
talk to me like you know me, but you don't. Walk with me, you get lonely. No hope, living life unholy. You can't control me, no living that fully life. Half the time you're fully right, the other part you're living blind. Every time I rhyme I go for mine, drawing lines in the sand. That's how you get ran, disappear from this life. Nobody cares if you're right, I fly past the brash. All that we do, we make it last. Try to tell me what to do, that's not how it works. Here to live life for what it's worth. Observe the courage, this verse, this wordage. It takes nerves to do what you do. Truth is there's love too. Truth is there's love too. Love too.
Seem like they don't come around. Say they help, but they put you down. Know where you had enough. Maybe they should pack it up, cause seem like they don't come around. Wanna help, but they put you down. Know where you had enough. Maybe they should pack it up, cause
do anything to be the winningest ever, but never seem to get your shit together. Local spin doctor is quite the shyster, half in the rapper, flirting with disaster. If you're out here feeling like a failure, consequences of your ill behavior, time to let go of your built up anger, because it isn't doing us any favors. Felt the aftershocks of self-sabotage, preoccupied with phony gravitas. Discouraged, got into a skirmish with liquid courage, just scratching the surface. Lose perspective, grow pretentious, at least according to the group consensus. Just look how you're treating your brothers, swept under the rug, showing your true colors.
Seem like they don't come around. Say they help, but they put you down. Know where you had enough. Maybe they should pack it up, cause seem like they don't come around. Wanna help, but they put you down. Know where you had enough. Maybe they should pack it up, cause
Hey, nice. That was awesome. I'm not going to front. I'm totally eating a granola bar.
Yeah, that track is totally fire. That when I first heard it, I literally had to put the fire out.
Thank you, man.
And it was a very good song. It's very relatable.
I enjoyed making that track. And, you know, I'm looking forward to doing more work with Shock and Dash.
I'm not going to lie. I could see that song being a music video, just saying.
Wouldn't that be the shit? Well, you know, I got a huge Death Star. Maybe I could do some music videos. That would be nice. But yeah.
And trust me, there's a lot of good spots in Denver to film music videos. Trust
me. That's what's up. Yeah, so I'm very pleased with the way that song came out. I'm happy that it came out so quickly, because I just recorded my verse for that like in the first week of the new year. So there's a lot more to come from me. And excuse me, Shock and Dash are incredibly hardworking, man. They put out a lot of music. Like I said, they dropped an album on Halloween, and they had invited me to be on one of those tracks. There's a song on that Halloween album that I was supposed to be on. And when I heard that the final track, I was like, oh man, I really fucked up not getting on this. And, you know, I feel like, you know, a missed opportunity. So I was really determined to give this one my all. And I'm really pleased the way it came out. So
even Lakeland's done artwork for them.
Mm-hmm. That's right. We've promoted Shock and Dash quite a few times. You've had them on your show.
I have. I've recorded their whole set, which is on my channel as well as our channel.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They had a lot. Well, you know what? That's actually the reason why they can't be with us here today, because they had a live show tonight. They did.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, it went longer than expected.
Gotcha.
So I'm not holding that against them because they're putting in work right now.
They are. They've been opening up for a lot of good people that are coming through here.
All I'm saying,
when I did their set, they were opening up for Ouija.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, this isn't so serious that it's a missed opportunity. They can come on the channel and join us again at any time. I was just trying to make it happen tonight. And quite honestly, Chaos, I got to thank you. You have made tonight a pleasure. You know, I love chopping it up with you. And it's been fun looking back at the last month, things that have happened that I've been sleeping on. So I actually have a lot of catching up to do music-wise. Need to check out a whole bunch of releases.
Oh yeah,
that have gone down. You know me. I have my particular favorites, and there's one of my favorite artists, PJ Harvey, has been re-releasing her catalog one at a time, and then also providing an entire album of demos for each album. So I've been enjoying that. And like two of my favorite albums by her have one of them's just coming out right now. So I'm just saying I'm enjoying the new music. I remember last year, so much dope music came out, and it would have been dope to do like a review of my favorites, but I kind of fell off of reviewing music, like probably in the fall. It's because I didn't have time. I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, there's been a lot of times where you're like, Chaos, you have your ears to the ground. What do I need to hear?
Yeah, what do I need to hear, Chaos?
Well, I know also on YouTube, like, I don't know where, but there's this like brand new documentary about Ozzy Osbourne where they're interviewing him. So I'll have to find that and send that to you. And it's like chronicling his whole life from his early years to when he was a child all the way to current. So I was like, ooh, TJ, if he hasn't watched this, would definitely like this.
Hold on. I think I actually already own it. Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, I still need to watch it.
Is it called The 9 Lives of Ozzy Osbourne?
Yes, I still need to watch that.
I got it. It was on sale for like $5 and I picked it up. I haven't watched it yet. That's very funny that you bring that up, because I haven't forgotten about it, but I've been just kind of waiting because but I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, and for some reason, whichever company did that documentary released it free on YouTube. I was like, I need to watch this.
Hell yeah. Speaking of watching stuff, I suppose I could bring this up. There's been a few new movies that came out recently that I have watched. It might be nice to run these by you. Let's start with the most obvious one, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Have you seen it?
No, but it is on my list. I want to see it, but I heard it's really good.
All right. Well, fuck. I can't talk about that with you then. Let's see. What else was there? Seriously, though, I've watched some really... Okay, here's something I watched recently, and I don't know how most people feel about it, but it's the prequel to The Sopranos, right? The Many Saints of Newark. Have you seen that yet?
No, but I'm hearing mixed reviews, but it's on my list to watch too.
We're gonna need to. I mean, if you're a fan of The Sopranos,
I am. I
gotta find people that know Sopranos to talk about this movie with, because I think I understand why it's or why it's split. I have friends that went and saw this in the theaters, and when they came out of the theater, they were like, "That movie sucked." So I've heard some bad reviews, and then I'd be lying if I said I've heard a good review, because I don't know anyone that watched it and was like, "Oh my God, it's amazing." I don't know anyone who said that.
Right. And that's how I've always been. Like, there's been times where a bunch of people might like something, but I end up hating it, or if a lot of people end up hating something, I usually end up liking it. It's weird.
Well, notice how I said that I watched it, and I don't know anyone who said, "Oh my God, it's amazing." Well, that includes me. I'm not saying it's amazing. In fact, I actually don't know how I feel about it, because I didn't know what to expect. And so there was a few Easter eggs throughout the movie that percolated, and like, oh, I recognize this character, and oh, so this guy is a young version of this guy. Okay, and
yeah, they said
then,
it answers questions like stuff from the show where they would talk about in the show, and now you see those events that they talked about in the show happening.
Yeah, and on paper,
and it's basically a time capsule movie. It takes place during the real Newark, New Jersey riots that took place in the 60s. So it's like a time period movie during a real point in history that happened.
So you understand the premise of the movie.
Yes.
And honestly, the movie is exactly what you just said.
I tell people it's basically portraying what the mob was doing in the 60s and 70s, supposedly.
Well, the issue at hand is that because it is a historically accurate portrayal of characters who are established in the series from 20 years ago on HBO, and then you have cast James Gandolfini's son to play his younger self, a young Tony Soprano. So he's the spitting image of his father, and he has the same mannerisms. And he really, as far as I'm concerned, the movie itself is mediocre, but that role, that portrayal of his father, right, of a young Tony Soprano was really good. It was really good. I feel like people maybe they don't know what they want when they want an accurate, prequel. Obviously, Tony Soprano is going to grow up to need therapy.
Oh yeah, I heard the movie really shows why he sees stuff a certain way, why he feels a certain way about shit. There's this good series I watch on YouTube. It studies the psychiatry, and this person's a professional psychiatrist, and they study the psychiatry of characters in movies or shows. He did a whole one on Tony Soprano, his psyche, showing that he has the signs of a narcissist and shit.
See, the thing is that The Sopranos was literally us watching Tony go through therapy and then go home, deal with work, deal with his family, and then go to therapy again.
Exactly. It wasn't your typical mob thing.
Right. So what I'm saying is that this prequel is not the same formula. You don't see anybody go to therapy. If anything, you just see all the abuse and all the the backstory that leads to all these characters.
You basically see why Tony Soprano's really fucked up.
Well, I think what I'm suspecting some people were not really keen on is the way that they used narration from dead characters from the series. Like, for example, Tony's cousin. Okay.
Oh, so it's like a documentary kind of.
Well, I'm just saying Christopher. Right, he ends up killing his nephew in the show. If you know The Sopranos, he kills his own nephew because his fiance or whatever was a rat, pulling a Playboy the Beast. And
supposedly you hear about Christopher's dad in this show.
So it's all about their fathers and their uncles. But here's the thing: Christopher gets killed in the future.
Yep.
And so when the movie opens up, this isn't a spoiler because it happens in the first minute of the movie. The movie is being narrated by Christopher, who's dead, and he's like, yeah. So my uncle Tony, who in the future strangles me to death. Here's his childhood. It's just got this weird Ghost of Christmas Past thing going on,
or outer body experience type shit.
Yeah, they start off being narrated by the dead people of the future, but then the narrations go away and it just becomes what it is. And you just have to see it for yourself. It really is kind of like a mixed bag of Easter eggs and fan serving, oh, this moment was spoken about, so we got to make sure we get this moment in the movie. And they just really kind of crammed in a lot of stuff,
Well, and the reason why the movie's called that, because if anyone remembers in the very first season how Tony's mom is always saying his dad was a saint, which we know his dad was not a saint at all.
Yeah, you definitely will find that out.
And he complains to his therapist. He's like, now that my dad's gone, my mom all of a sudden thinks he's a saint.
Yeah. So, anyways, the Many Saints of Newark, good movie. I also watched The Last Duel, which is
I heard that was good.
Right, Ridley Scott. I mean, same director as that. Might have actually been the reason why I went and wanted to watch Alien before Aliens, and I'm a huge fan of Ridley Scott.
Same.
I've seen the new Suicide Squad movie. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
No, I've heard mixed reviews about it.
I've seen the new Candyman movie. Have you seen that?
No, but now, since I can never get an answer from someone, is it a prequel or is it a sequel or is it a remake? That's all I want to know.
It feels like a remake.
Or reboot, as they called it.
Yeah, it feels like a reboot.
Yeah, because I didn't know, because they never advertised it if it was going to be a sequel, prequel, or reboot. That's why I had to ask.
You know, if it is a sequel and not a reboot, my bad. Like I do remember the first Candyman movie, but I don't remember the sequels. So I don't know how many there are. I don't know if they're keeping true to any canon here, or if I'm assuming that it's a reboot. Okay. But,
yeah, or you could say like what they're doing with the new Halloween movies. They could be retconning it. Who knows?
Well, that was next on my list here. I've seen Halloween Kills now, and I gotta say,
I still haven't. But Timmy Ecoside Fiend kept telling me in Detroit that it is really good.
What's obvious to me is that these new Halloween movies, it's written as a trilogy, so there's a very definite beginning, middle, and ending, and the way that the first movie ends. This literally picks up right there and then takes you to the next plot point. And at the end of this movie, you're like ready for the final showdown between, Michael Myers and,
So when it's all said and done,
I don't want to spoil it.
So when it's all said and done, it will be like a fourth movie series. You would watch the original, then that one, then this one, and then that one. So it would technically be 4 movies then that you watch all together.
Yeah, exactly. If you wanted to watch them all together.
Because the one that take place before Kills is the now real second movie to the original movie from the 70s.
Yes. That's how it is.
Which it makes sense because back then, yeah, the original Halloween movies were good, the sequels, but they kind of got confusing after a while. So it's good that these movies can now be more connected better.
As movies do in the 80s. But look, Chaos, we have finally hit the top of the hour, so I'm just going to call it a night. And thank everybody for fucking with us. It's a privilege and an honor to entertain y'all, and even if y'all are trolling, thanks for your attention. And if you would be so kind, go check out my new song with Shock and Dash. Maybe share it. I'll be sharing promo for it, soon. Help me out and run those numbers up. It'll be great for my rap career if you guys help me look good and help celebrate these small wins. But other than that, I'll be back with Shock and Dash. We'll get the interview segment of this episode handled sometime soon. We'll chop it up with them. And then next month in February, what I'll promise you guys is at least one BeastMasteR show per month, maybe more. And as of now, that's all I can promise you. All right?
Oh, yeah.
So, Chaos, thank you again. Everybody else, have a great fucking night. You guys are fucking awesome. I'm BeastMasteR. Oh, and always remember to fuck the fuck off, motherfuckers. See ya.